be a failure. As long as it's not going to kill you, it's going to make you what? Stronger. Publica, it's a lot of noise. It's an event that focuses on internet society. It's based in Germany, but that's their first event in Africa. And they picked Accra, sponsored by GIZ. So I'll be showcasing some of the companies, showcasing some of the display. I'll be talking later on tomorrow actually, but we'll be recording some of the talks. Very interesting to learn what's happening, the different countries that I'm visiting. But most of all, I'll be networking, meeting some new people. West Africa is a market area that is definitely about to get started on. So it's a great place to be meeting some people. Here with the London delegation. We'll do a vlog. This one will come out next week, guys. So, RP Accra, last day today. That's the speaking engagement, actually. Shame to go there. You'll see the whole video in a few. I'll break it down in a few steps, but looking forward.
Questioning. You know that mobile is big in Africa. So, you know, in the keynote yesterday, Nigeria did speak about the fact that we're trying to avoid being a continent where we are mostly consumers rather than creators. So we know mobile is really hyped. Perhaps a quick comment on how the fact that we're in a mostly mobile economy. People use mostly, you know, in terms of digital, they're online because they are on their phone. How does that, you know, sort of tie in with startup culture? How does it affect startup culture? Do you build for mobile necessarily?
We only build for mobile.
Okay.
So our kiosk, for example, has Wi-Fi connectivity. We build that for the mobile. We do online, offline connectivity solutions. So it was for mobile. Our agents have smartphones to sell digital services on mobile phone. So everything we do, the only thing that is on mobile is our back-end software system.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Any thoughts, comment on how mobile affects startup culture?
No, I'm gonna get back maybe to yesterday.
Okay.
When I don't know what the name of that lady talk about consumers.
Yes.
No, parce que on est en train de, si on ne fait pas gaffe, on crée juste des consommateurs en fait de produits alors qu'on doit.
Of product, while we have to move further to the creation and construction of something that is going to be our own. Otherwise, we are going to be what we have been for 50 years. I mean, consumers of foreign goods. So today, I can see a potential when I go around the continent. There is an extremely huge potential in terms of innovation, in terms of reflection, in terms of creativity, and sometimes in financial and economic situations that are very harsh. In little villages, people get organized and work, and all this to me has to do with something bigger and something more fundamental. I mean, this week, part of the African youth is looking for dignity. There is a quest of dignity, and the youth does not want to be perceived as the poor in Africa who are tired, etc. So we are looking for a dignity, and this dignity is taking us to create and innovate, and this is key. So if I have to say something before the Q&A session, instead of being consumers, I said a while ago, let's be creators and innovators. I mean, let's do something deeper. Let's be citizens aware of the issues and all the relationship within a country, instead of criticizing our decision makers who sometimes fail to work. Let's be ourselves. Let's go and look for the power that is going to give us potential in Rwanda, in Togo, in Accra, etc. People that do not make decisions, but those people, they are trying to bring change for a better future for Africans.
You can go ahead.
No, I like his approach. It's very on the micro level. It's beautiful. It's nice, but the reality is totally different. Dignity and all those things, I love it, you know. But I'm into a lot of startups, and the reality is entrepreneurship is the hardest thing somebody can do and will be doing. If you're gonna if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, you already have to know that that's the hardest thing you're gonna be doing. You know, there's no roadmap. There is no book. You know, in school they give you a book. You gotta learn the book, then you get a grade. That's it. Entrepreneurship, there's no book. You can read all the books you want. The reality on the ground is totally different. So I love what you said, but we need to be realistic. We need to give the proper tool to those kids so they can win. That's all I'm saying. Government love to make big speech, but then they go home, they get a salary, and that's it. They're chilling. You know, entrepreneur got to get up and hustle every day. You know, I'll give you an example. Look at taxes. And I know it's everywhere across Africa. Labor tax is the same for a startup than it is for a big company. That's ludicrous. You know, how can you compete and recruit talent? So I love what you said, you know, but we need to be realistic, man. I hate when we sell dreams to those kids, and when they get started, you know, they realize, oh wow, this was not as easy as my minister or my government said. You know, that's hard. And that's the problem. We're selling dreams to those kids. We need to sell reality. That's what we need to do.
Okay, so on that note, please go ahead. So on that reality note, I'm going to open up to you as a crowd. I think you've been chilling for too long. So this is your opportunity to just ask questions. The topic is still on startup.